All right. What we're going to talk about today is the money school. We're going to talk about making money. This is something I've been working on for a minute, but what I'm going to do is open up income metamorphosis for everyone. That's one of the things that we're going to put into play with weekly training about how to start a business. Tonight, we will be talking about the art of holding. So, if you've got any questions about a holding company, LLCs, you want to sign up for the art of holding, or you can get this deal and get it tonight. Let me go ahead and set that up. Make sure, I don't know why that is not. Oh, I know what I did. I made a mistake. Let me go ahead and set this up properly so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There we go. There we go. So we should be popping up in a minute. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is open up income metamorphosis, which has a monthly fee of $250 per month for 33 payments. So it's a continual program where every Tuesday you're going to get live training on some aspect of business. Because, I've done a few videos, I've talked about some things, and people seem to be kind of stuck on what to do. That seems to be a huge issue. What to do, where to get started, how to get started, how to deploy, what type of business. Should I go with a template business such as Amazon FBA? Or should I go with something like a service business like a car wash? Or should I do affiliate marketing? The big problem is so many people are looking for an easy way in. That's the problem. It's like, hey, affiliate marketing sounds good. Maybe I can make some money there. Storage auctions sound good. Let me check that out. The Let the easy money stuff go. And this is one of the reasons that you're going to need income metamorphosis, because we will be talking about a lot of these things. Everyone is looking for an easy way to make money. All of the easy ways to make money, and there are many, just don't pay a lot of money. Many of you don't feel that stuff's worth your time. I mean, if you want to make 50 to 80 bucks a day, if you could just click on websites, do coupons, do discount things, but you're going to make movie money. You're going to make lunch money. You're going to make money to take your girl out. You're not going to pay the mortgage money. And I think that's what many people want to do. They want to make the money that will pay the mortgage, that will pay for college tuition, that will pay for cars and cash. So part of this, what we're going to do is, because I haven't done it yet, but you should go to the front of the channel, go to my channel, and get into the mental gym. Now, what's going to happen in the mental gym is we're going to get into a lot of mental training, which will become part of the income metamorphosis. So once you sign up for $250 per month for income metamorphosis, you're going to have access to all of the training. What's going to happen? This would be the mental gym training. This will be the business training. You will have access to that. Also, just to keep it breezy, easy, and cover girl easy, let me come into it. Let's go into this. So what I'm going to do because I had someone purchase one of these bundles last night. Let's see. So we're going to have to give them some extra. All right, so what we're going to do is a linear path to starting the business. We're going to start off with the mindset. That's going to come first. So we're going to get off into some mindset training. We're going to probably start doubling up because everything that I said was going to happen, the art of holding, the let's go now. Let's go to the landing page. So all of this stuff, how to set up your LLC, we've done that. How to be the boss, that's a mental. So how to set up your holding company or a holding, that's happening tonight. How to be the boss is the mental. How to start an online company from scratch. How to manage your money better to develop wealth. Plus some more mindset courses. So there might be some stuff that's going to double up. So just to be, clear, let people know what's going on. Because, the mental components are so important. So be sure to get into the mindset gym. We're going to talk about mental stuff only there. All right. So how important is the LLC part of your business? First of all, your business needs to be making some money, or you need to have a well-crafted out program. Let's discuss that because we'll be discussing this in the art of holding tonight. And anyone that joins Income Metamorphosis, you will be able to come to the Art of Holding webinar tonight. I will be in the process of transitioning some courses over. First of all, let's say you're Bob, and Bob, you have a service business. You do computer repair. It's just you, Bob. You don't have any student loans. You don't have any debt. So you've went through the, once again, also I need to put this out there. Everyone needs to go ahead and get Money Management, the Basics of Finance and Wealth Development. This contains the 5 checking account blueprint. Go ahead and grab that. because you're Bob and you've gone through this. It's just you. You're not married. You don't have any kids, and your service business is making like $5,000 a month. You still have a job. You've already created your holding company. You're looking at, the rest of your life. You're looking at, how am I going to set this up? Because, Bob, this is the time to set yourself up against future harm. And we'll be talking about that in the art of holding tonight. By setting this stuff up before you get married, before you have kids, you control a lot of what happens if those events happen in your life. As a business owner, you can dictate how much child support you're going to pay. If you're not one of those stupid, flimsy dudes who's trying to ball out of control and going to put yourself in a bind because you don't know how to keep your mouth closed around your girl. This is one of the things. This is one of the things that smart, wealthy men, they have their girl, they have their wife, they tell them a lot, but there's certain things they just never mention in case they need them in the future. And this is one of the things that you can set up, because legally, anything that is set in play before a marriage can be hands off. Anything. Let's see. What's up, morning people? Blinding Buddha, getting money is hard. There's no easy to make money. People are flooded with trying to do the same thing. Make the money requires responsibility. What's up, AKW Wheats? What's up, Johnny Walton, Dre the Dream? Yeah, because, with this money school, we're going to have classes once a week on things, they're going to be about things that you need to do to, one, solve your personal finances, then to take your personal finance game to a higher level, to take because the thing is, many people start businesses and don't nail down personal finance, go ahead and drastically increase their income, and now you have more money to mess up, more money to do foolish things with, more money to create problems in your life. Years ago, Dominic Wilkins got into some trouble. He had 7 cars with 7 car payments. He was making like $3 million a year. And I'm like, you're making $3 million a year. Why do you have any type of car payment? Why don't you just pay cash for the cars? One of the things you should understand, and I want y'all all to get here to the point where you can pay cash for your car. Dealerships hate people who can walk in and drop a check for the car. They don't make a lot of money off the sale of the car. The salesman doesn't make a lot of money. They make their money off of financing and stealing your trade in. That's where they make money. They don't make a lot of money off the sale of a new car. So when you go in as a cash buyer, you're disrupting the auto industry. Seriously, you're disrupting it. You're creating a problem. Last car I bought, they hit me up. He's like, well, you get your financing here. We offer this, we offer that. And I let him go through his song and dance. And then I hit him up and I said, hey, would you take X amount off if I pay cash money today? And he was kind of like, remember when there was the mannequin challenge, when people were just kind of freezing? He did that mannequin thing for a second because it took a minute for that to compute. I want you guys to be in the position to pay cash for your next car. I want you guys in the position where, you get in the house, the down payment's not a problem. I want you guys in the position to live the lives that you want to live. Living well, living happy, and living free is what a business will do for you. So, this is what we're going to do in the money school. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about how to get money, how to keep money, how to maintain money, and the mental aspects of money, which is something that many people do not pay a lot of attention to. It is 2019. With the internet, there is no reason for anyone to be broke. There ain't no reason. There's so many ways to make money online. There's so many ways to set yourself up for money online. The other day we were talking about what kind of business should you start, and everybody seems to be keyed into certain channels. Amazon FBA, Shopify, Facebook, Instagram, maybe YouTube. Because YouTube is a talent thing. Either you have the talent to do YouTube or you don't. This is one of the things that gets so many people caught up, because I have looked at what has happened to a lot of YouTubers, and people that blow up overnight are often just more talented or have more resources than regular folks. Yeah, Dre the Dream, you got to have some money management skills before you start your business and before you start trying to make extra money. Engineer life skills. Yep. Just went through that at the dealership. I had to argue with the guy for 30 minutes just so he listed charges. Then he tried to get my social security so he can run my credit and offer me a loan. Buying cars, and once you get to the point where you don't have to deal with that foolishness of having your credit ran and looking at these terms, and because the thing is, buying a car on time is one of the worst financial moves that you can make. Typically, unless it is a 0%, no interest for 60 months where it's like you're paying cash over time. But you want to get out of that normal car buying aptitude. You want to get to the point, because, like I said, I'm going to crank up the mental gym probably tonight, and there will be some training with the mental gym. Now, I haven't set it up because I don't think I've posted to that channel for a minute, but I may be doing some stuff over at the men's channel. So if you go ahead and get income metamorphosis at $250, you may be privy to that. And see, don't listen to that and go join income metamorphosis waiting on certain training. That's why I'm being careful. Currently, the only thing that's guaranteed that you will get if you sign up for income metamorphosis is the how to make money training, the money management training, all this stuff, and the mental gym. So I know that many people who will buy something and not utilize it or want it. So I may keep the men's channel training separate. Let's see. Yep. The car loan thing is no joke. And this is one of the things that this is part of personal finance that many people don't know. I used to work with this chick who did not make baller money. She had a baller lifestyle because her father set her up nicely. When she got her first job, when she was 16, her father said, look, you should save your money. I pay for all the bills around here. You should save 75% of your check. And, her father was financially educated because he, The family were able to do many things. The mom didn't work. The father managed his money very well. He gave this lesson to his daughter. So at the age of 16, she started saving 75% to most of her check. This became a lifelong habit. So when she got older and she got into more jobs, more money, she started to save more money. And I remember because she was like a nurse tech, a CRNA, a certified nurse assistant. And she said she had just bought a new car, a car that was about 3 or 4 years old, and she paid cash for it. And she had a house, and she took vacations. And one day she just sat me down and explained to me how she got her head start. So from 16 to about 23, she saved 70 to 80% of her checks. So she had like $70,000, $80,000 in the bank. She didn't have a degree. When she went to nursing school, she paid cash for that. But see, it was that financial advice that gave her that money head start, because in some very good money management habits, she was paying cash for cars as a certified nurse assistant. I made way more money than she did, but she had more money in the bank than I did. And, these are things that have happened on my journey in life that I remember just talking to her. For many years, when she's living with the folks, she saved 75 to 80% of her check. And this is what the FIRE movement is predicated on. And, most people can't do FIRE because they don't make enough money, but no one talks about that. No one talks about that. So we will get into a lot of training. MN, thanks for the $4 super chat. Appreciate you. Yes, financial discipline matters. And this is one of the things that I'm going to drill into your heads, because if you start a business and you start drastically making more money, you will continue to do stupid stuff. Many people think it is the amount of money that you make that dictates your lifestyle. It's how you handle that money. And many people make bad decisions with their money. Frequently, they make bad decisions. So, how does one make better decisions? How does one set themselves up for a brighter financial future? Financial discipline. What's up, Elizabeth Perez? If you can manage, once again, we're going to go here. I want everyone to get this course. Money Management is the Basics of Finance and Wealth Development. You go through this course, you deploy it in your life, you consistently stay with that, you will win financially. Because there needs to be a lot of work done on yourself before you get into business ownership. I remember, and this is the craziest thing, when I was in the storage auction business, I bought the unit of this guy who owned a restaurant. And he had a lot of personal papers in there. This guy was making $50,000 a month. But I added up all his obligations. His wife had a lease, which wasn't in the company's name. He had a 500, I think the 500 SEL. He had that lease, which was like $1,000 a month. His wife had a lease, which was like $600 a month. His mistress had a lease. The mistress, yeah, $600 a month. He took 2 to 3 vacations per month. So he had 50,000 a month coming in, but he was spending about 70. He had enough money coming in for him to become wealthy, but he was paycheck to paycheck as a business owner because he did not learn the basics of personal finance. Personal finance is such a strong predictor of whether you will become wealthy or not. If you can't handle your personal finances, more than likely you start a business, you start making drastically more money, that's going to be a problem. Anthony Johnson, I've been searching for that video when you first mentioned that woman. Delayed gratification. Yeah. I mean, this just blew my mind. He had all of this stuff going out. I remember another unit of a drug dealer. And you get to see the behavior of other human beings. I remember reading this because he kept all the letters that people sent to him. I guess if you go to prison, the correspondence you get from the outside is very precious. I remember, I don't have it, but I'm gonna send you $20 because you've been so good to the family and stuff. This is from one of the chicks he was dealing with, mother. And then he had these letters like, when you get out, I want a Mercedes 3 something something. I want it in black. He had all of these requests because he was like a middle management drug dealer. He wasn't the guy on the street, but he still got caught. Oh, Dre the Dream, habits roll over into business. Absolutely. And that is a very powerful thing to understand. Yeah, she put some $20 on his books. And I mean, there were pictures of the dude and his girl and their baby, and it was just mind blowing. Monique Major starting a new business after being left disabled after an accident, which left me FIR. What happened, Monique? Yeah, he didn't sell the drugs. He was middle management, but he still got caught up. Apparently, there was some papers. There was a snitch in the chain, and that's how he got caught because he didn't really, I don't know how this drug stuff works. I don't know what a trap is. I don't know what that is. But apparently someone that was in the trap indicated him. Let's see. Oh man, the restaurant, he ran a restaurant and because he was pulling so much money out of the business, and this is the restaurant guy, that he crippled the restaurant business. I saw American Express bills of $30,000 and $40,000 per month. He was only making 50. He was living Big Willie style. Wow, sorry to hear that, Monique. Benjamin Reese, if you don't grow with your money will shrink back to where your mindset is. Absolutely. This is why you see all of these football players, basketball players, the majority of them grew up poor and they got back to where they started as quick as they could. That is one of the things that we will talk about because in the mental gym, he was buying stupid stuff. He was buying clothes. He was taking vacations. He was doing all kinds of stuff. He was putting it on the American Express. So we're going to have money school for the folks who are just coming in here. Let me show you what's going to happen. So what we're going to do is income metamorphosis, how to start and grow profit. I'm going to turn income metamorphosis into a money school. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m., there's going to be live classes on certain things. Tonight, we will be talking about the art of holding. And we'll be talking about a lot of things to set that up, to the concepts. I'm going to give you the knowledge from A to Z, step by step. So tonight, 7 p.m., we're talking about the art of holding. That training goes on. And next week, we'll be doing it again. And we'll be doing it again each Tuesday. This is what's, income metamorphosis, AKA money school. And I'm going to start putting together some personal finance training because that is super important. Call it personal finance training for business owners. The Trappist operation location. Like I said, I don't know. I just know that he was a lieutenant and he got put up he was in the Atlanta pen. So he got all kinds of charges. One of the things that you got to do, regardless of where you start, is get your personal finances together. Derek Cooper, Glendon, I started an ATM company in November. It's absolutely, I'm going to give people the pathway on how to do that. There's a certain way that you got to do it, but no, it's not too late. So just go ahead and roll in the art of holding, and I'll see you guys tonight. Because let's talk about money. What does money mean? What does money represent to you? Money gives you options. The more money you have, the more options you have in life. That's it. Money gives you more options. There are many people who are robbing their options because they don't have any financial discipline. None. The link, let's see. The art of holding and training, the link's under the stream. And for someone who wants to get the next 5 trainings, there's a link for that. So we will be talking about investing, not tonight, but later on, we'll be talking about investing for business owners. As a high earning business owner, you got like Gary Vee. Gary Vee invested in Facebook. He had the option to invest in Uber. How did Gary Vee get in that position to get in these companies on their first early rounds when you can make the most money? He had that business owner money. I saw a guy who was talking about he was a business owner. He was putting money in his Roth, and he was doing other stuff. When you become a business owner and your income gets to a certain level, you have to design your esoteric investment strategy. You can't do what poor people are doing and expect different results. Oh, it's $500, reigning woman. Yeah, Gary had money to get into the Facebook early rounds of of Facebook. See, the thing is, and this is how the game is stacked. even if you had the money, if you weren't connected, you couldn't have got in on that deal. This is where many people run into problems. You got to be connected. This is one of the things, because you could be a business owner with a lot of money and be unconnected and miss out on opportunities to grow your money. So you got to be connected. Oh no. I think when they know something is going to be so juicy that they hand pick who gets to invest. It ain't about how much money you have. It's about how connected you are. There's a certain level of politics that goes into these upper round investing. Like, you just can't get in on these early companies. Like Facebook, I think he got in Facebook. I think he could have got into Uber, but he passed on Uber. He regretted that. Yeah, I mean, it's a certain kind of network. You got to know that. Let me go ahead and hip y'all to someone. AG. This is one of my mentors. Never met the man, but he's given a lot of blueprints. A.G. Gaston was an American businessman who established a number of businesses in Birmingham, Alabama, and played a significant role in the struggle to integrate Birmingham in 1963. In his lifetime, Gaston's companies were some of the most prominent African American businesses in the American South. A.G. Gaston bailed Dr. King out of jail. A.G. Gaston did so many things. And look at when he was born. He was born in 1892, but he lived to 1996. So he was over 100. That money. He created a lot of businesses. In 1938, Kelly bought and renovated a property on the edge of Kelly Ingram Park in downtown Atlanta, where in a partnership with his father-in-law, A.L. Smith, he started Smith & Gaston's Funeral Home. He started a bank, Citizens Federal Loan. He started his own economy. So that's the lesson that I got from A.G. Gaston. The man started his own economy. He had a motel, he had a funeral home, he had a bank. He had money circulating in from so many different sources. And you should read up about A.G. Gaston to be a little bit more inspired, because this is where I came up with the concept of creating your own economy. The man owned a bank, motel, funeral home. He owned a school. And this is one of the pages that I'm taking from his playbook. The money school, income metamorphosis. If you're not trying to do a template business, like I said, template business, Amazon FBA, Shopify, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, that's kind of it. There are a million different type of businesses out there that you can get in. Dre, that's how they break up the stakeholders before going public. Power zone. Yes, you also have to be an accredited. And let's look at that there. Because I believe, you have to be accredited. But you also have to be known. Because when they're looking for money, these people get on the phone. So if you're not in that pipeline to be called, All right. Accredited investor. What is an accredited investor? An accredited investor is a person or a business entity who's allowed to deal in securities that may not be registered with financial authorities. They're entitled to such privileged access if they satisfy one or more of the requirements regarding income, net worth, asset size, governance status, or professional experience. In the U.S., the term is used by the Securities and Exchange Commission under Regulation D to refer to investors who are financially sophisticated and have a reduced need for the protection provided by regulatory disclosure filings. Accredited investors include high net worth individuals, banks, insurance companies, brokers, and trust. Banks, insurance companies, brokers, and trust. So you have to be known as an investor to be an accredited investor. You just can't pop in there like, okay, they don't know you. You have to be known as an accredited investor to be put into the game. Jacob, y'all been self-employed for 5 years last year. I went from a DBA to an LLC. Business grew 10x last year, did 1.5 million sales. How do I get money without taking on personal debt? Jacob, y'all, you should have been setting up your business credit. You should have two credit profiles. You should have your personal credit profile. You should have your business credit profile. And you should also have your banking set up so your bank would be in the position to throw money at you. If I don't know if you've got your 5 checking accounts up, but if you had the 5 checking accounts set up and you used the bank and you develop a relationship with a banker, getting money should not be a problem with 1.5 million in sales. How does your banker know you by first name when you walk in there, Jacob? Yep, one of the black people that had 30% of the nation's wealth. Lavore. What's up? Oh, networking is essential. What's up, Troy Jackson? It's more to it. It is way more to it than making the money. It's a lot more to it because you have to know, you have to be in the network. You have to be known. They have to know that they can call you and get money. Because there's a lot of internet entrepreneurs who've made $1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. I know a few of them who've put some questions on Facebook who have the income who could have been accredited investors, but they don't have the sophistication. They don't know who to talk to. They don't know who to network with. It's more than making the money. You got to have a profile. You've got to have a track record. Pretty much, Dre the Dream. It's difficult to get in those circles as a noob, even with money. Because, Gary Vee is very smart, but he's a Russian Jew. And he actually did some business building with one of the owners of the NFL team so he can have that pathway whenever the opportunity arises where he can buy the Jets. Because remember when Rush Limbaugh tried to get a team in the NFL and people said, hell no, not you. Players like, I ain't playing for him. And that went away. Rush Limbaugh And let me pop y'all wig with this. And this is why now Rush Limbaugh in 2017, Rush Limbaugh made $84 million. Let me just put this in there. Limbaugh is among the highest paid people in U.S. media, signed a contract in 2008 for $400 million through 2016. In 2017, Forbes listed his earnings as $84 million from the previous 12 months and ranked him as the 11th highest earning celebrity in the world. Rush Limbaugh got money coming out of his ears. He couldn't, but see, because of who he was, he could not buy an NFL team. They wouldn't let him. He had the money. The money wasn't the problem. He didn't have the connections. He didn't have the pedigree. See, when you get to certain things like that, it gets very political. And Rush did not do this. Kind of going back to Jacob. Let's see if Jacob is still there. You know, if you had the training, let's see, where's Jacob? And it's he's very controversial. Let's see. Let's go back to Jacob. Jacob, does your banker know who you are when you walk in the branch? Serious question. Secret handshakes is more than that. Neil Floyd, okay. Engineer life skill, banker relationship is key. My bank manager calls me all the time. All I did was sit down with him for an hour and tell him what my business is going and a timeline for financing. I need each step. Engineer life skills, that was a very smart thing you did. Anybody that wants to get money out of a bank wants the banker to know their first name when they walk in. Pretty much, and Walt Disney was a crazy thing. Power zone, those are the technical definitions. How many people got that phone call from the company that was issuing shares of Facebook? Gary Vee got that phone call. A few other people on a very short list got that phone call. Most people who made that money, like I said, there are a ton of internet people who make $1 million, $2 million, $3 million a year. And they're not accredited investors because they don't know how that game works. Yes, the proximity circle is everything. Because one of the things, like I'm getting into real estate investing and I've made some relationships. I got someone I've had a relationship with for like the last 20 years who I can pick up the phone and call, who's a real estate investor, and I can pick up and call and ask him anything because that relationship has been enforced for such a long time. If I didn't have that relationship, I would have been lost on a lot of stuff. What's up, Erica? Bankers know who I am. I'm dropping deposits. I got to explain e-commerce business for 35 minutes. The loan officer got 5 business line of credit that day. Oh, I'm making it back. Butte Ween. Imagine buying Amazon stock at the beginning. There was a lot of people. And what Erica was talking about, if you've got a weird business, they have to understand because these people at the branch level have more pull and influence than you know. And if they understand your business, one of my Amazon FBA clients got a pre-approved for $1 million loan on deposits only. The bank was just looking at their deposits that kept coming in for the last 2 years, and it's like, hey, here's $1 million loan. We can authorize you a pre-approved $1 million loan without any documents, without any rigmarole, because we see these big old deposits coming in every month consistently. Just boom, pre-approved. Took the loan. I said, take the loan. You don't need the money. And for many of you who have businesses, you need to start making loans as soon as you start making money when you don't need the loan. Just take the loan, pay them back with their own money. So when you need a loan, you have a track record. This is one of the things, because I'm still waiting on Jacob to get back in. Yes, clout will get you past. Once again, as someone who's been a $1 million depositor of a bank and saw how crazy the bank, the money wasn't in the bank that long. I remember how crazy that they acted. This was the storage auction days. We had a killer 4 months in a row. Money was just stacking up, stacking up, stacking up. Got to $1 million. The banker called me. Hello, Mr. Cameron. How you doing? This is such and such at Bank of America. Just checking on your accounts. Do you need any additional services? I was just like, why are you calling me? I was at a storage auction at the time, and I was just like, I've been meaning to stop by there. There's some things I need to do. You become a $1 million depositor of a bank? Like, let's talk about money. All right? You got a bunch of people out here who are what I call paper millionaires. They have $1 million paper net worth, including their house, stocks, bonds, all that together, 401k, Roth, comes up to $1 million. So they have a net worth of $1 million on paper. It's not liquid. When you get to a liquid million, or like, Fred Trump, Big Daddy Pimp Fred Trump, who was able to write multi-million-dollar checks out of an account because the money was there. You know how crazy that is? There are not that many multi or $1 million cash people. There just isn't. I'm in real estate. Are you a member of, did you buy Access? Are you a member of Hustle Camp? Engineer life skills. My banker asked me how to run a business based on how I ran my 5 checking accounts. What's up, Steven? Yeah, like I'm telling you, when you'll know when you go in your bank and personal or business, you set up your 5 checking accounts, you will know how seasoned the bank person is by how they act. You will know if you got a rookie, someone brand new, because they're like, this is interesting. Why are you opening up so many accounts for your one business? And if you get with a seasoned pro, they're gonna be like, okay, this boy know what he doing. Look at this. All right, all right. And once you get past the 5 checking accounts, then once your business grows, there's other stuff. There's escrow accounts, there's payroll accounts, there's all kinds of stuff. I am real estate. Are you a member of Hustle Camp? I'm asking you a question. Are you paying every month? And the webinar tonight is about holding companies. That's what the webinar is about tonight. Holding companies, the art of holding companies. Because the members of Hustle Camp should have access to that, Johnny Walden. That should have been there. So we got that going on. Because we're going to get into a lot of training. And once again, go to the front of the channel and subscribe to the Mental Gym. We got many things. We're not talking about you bought the framework to how to start an online business. How did you buy that? The only people that have that were, let's see, let me go in here and look. Let me get rid of some of these. Let me see. Because I wasn't selling that. Let me see. let me check before I say anything. Income metamorphosis. Yeah, this looks like just Hustle Camp people. So I don't understand what you're talking about. Do you have access to the webinar tonight? The webinar tonight, Butte Ween, the I think that's the one that's once again, the night is about the art of holding. I'm going to get back to that course very soon. Oh yeah, there's so many different bank accounts, but once again, how do you find this out? You get into business, you start doing these things, and then this knowledge is revealed to you. Like when I was doing my $10,000 bet, and this is one of the things, because I had a lot of people who did not like the advice of disruptive mail, so I started challenging people. I was like, you know what? Do this, do this, do this, do this, and let's put up 10,000. And I'll take my 10,000, you'll take your 10,000, and we'll go to a bank and we'll put it in an escrow account. And once whoever satisfies the terms of the bet gets the money. No one had $10,000. This is one of the things. If you want to boast and brag about your abilities, but you have no results in the proof of money, that's a stupid thing to do. And that's what a lot of people were doing. Yeah, I am real estate. I'll probably start working on that. I got to look at that. I got to look at my development map. But there will be weekly live training. The training tonight is holding company. I don't know how you got confused about that. So we definitely will get into it. It's all right. So let's just go from the top. Let's go from the bottom. Let's see. All right. So I think everyone needs to go ahead and get money management, the basics of financial and wealth development. Income Metamorphosis is the money school. This is a monthly fee. It's not a one-time payment. It's $250 per month right now, because it's probably going to change in the future. And this is where all of the live training is going to go. So all of these courses, and so this is where you'll get the consistent financial education about money. We'll be talking about the mental stuff. Everyone that comes into Income Metamorphosis, how to start, manage, and grow and profit from your energies today and tomorrow, will get all of the training from the mental gym. That's the two things. Possibly I may do some with the man's channel. I don't know yet, but that's what's going down. And for people who need some additional help getting a hustle or side business started, there's plenty of links under the channel. But what's going down tonight is the art of holding webinar. If you don't want to join Income Metamorphosis, this is how you can get into it. Okay. All right. All right. Oh. So this is what we got going on. And once again, best course for someone, then this will help you start a service business, is 30 days to 2,500, the original course. That will give you a lot of insights and help you with that. But once again, tonight, if you're a member of Hustle Camp, you should have already had the link sent to you a week ago for what's going down tonight, because I have a special email list for you guys. I am a real estate. If you don't pay monthly, you're not getting access to training tonight. Thank you, Dre the Dream. Benjamin Reese, after the training tonight, we have, yes, the webinar will be recorded and put wherever it needs to be. If you buy it, it will be put there, wherever you bought it. So yeah, you will be able to have that to go over. So that's a good question. Okay. All right. I will see you people tonight. Remember, there's a lot of great stuff under the video. Talk to you guys later.